Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE dishwasher pump seal and impeller kit. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the instructions and everything that's in the pump seal and impeller kit. The main reason you'd be changing out the pump seal and impeller kit is if this seal goes bad and it leaks out the shaft of the dishwasher motor. When you're working on the lower part of the dishwasher and the part is easily accessible through the kick plate, you can change it that way, but most times it's just easier to pull it out of the cabinet and turn it over so you have easy access to the parts. The first thing we have to do is open up the sink cabinets, remove your dishwasher drain line, follow it up to wherever it goes and remove the clamp. We're going to use a 5/16 on ours. Make sure that when you take these off that you have some towels around. Both the water line and the drain line might put some water out. Next thing we have to do is remove the fill line. It's usually connected to the hot water tap, and of course we already had that shut off and the power disconnected from earlier, but now we need to remove the line and we can take it off with a 5/8 inch wrench. Now that we have everything disconnected underneath the sink, we can open up the door and remove the two screws that attach the dishwasher to the cabinet. You should probably take out the lower dish rack and maybe the silverware basket, because if we turn it over, you don't want those things to bounce around. Then we can close the dishwasher door and pull it out of the cabinet. Once you have the dishwasher out from the cabinet, reach back and pull out the hoses so you can flip the dishwasher on its side. Now that you have the dishwasher out of the cabinet, you can flip it on its side to make it easier to work on. We put ours on the top and we remove the kick plate and the access panel to make it easier for you guys to see at home. To get to the pump seal and impeller kit, first we have to remove the pump and motor assembly. We're going to start by removing this drain line. Once we have that off, we can take our 5/16 inch socket and remove these clamps that hold the pump housing to the sump in the tub. You have to take them all the way off, just loosen them up really good. The other one's located down here. Now that we have the clamps loosened up, we can come to the other side of the motor, take off this screw that holds in this mounting bracket right here. Then we can take off this grounding screw. Once we have those two off, we can unplug the two wiring harnesses, the one on the solenoid and the motor. Now with everything loose and disconnected, we should be able to just lift the pump and motor assembly out. Now that we have the pump and motor out of the dishwasher, we can take out the impeller assembly. You're going to need a couple pliers. You want to reach in underneath the pump and grab the motor shaft. And then we have to unscrew this chopper assembly and take it off, loosen it up. Should come off pretty easy. Now that we have the chopper out, we can remove this upper grill. You can take a flat piece of metal or a big screwdriver and lay it across the top like this so you can turn it and get it off. If you have a vise or somebody to hold it, that would be great. I'm just going to hold it with my feet and turn it to get it up. Remember, when you're taking the screen off or putting it back on, it is reverse threads. So it's clockwise to take it out and counterclockwise to tighten it down. If this is in there too tight and you can't get it off, you get a new one in the kit. So you just need to very carefully pop it out and just break it. Once you have it out, we can continue with taking the rest of the assembly out. For the other two pieces, all you have to do is lift them out. Remember, all these you get replacements in the new kit. So if they're damaged or rusty or whatever, just throw them away. Next is the impeller, which is attached to the motor shaft. So once again, we'll have to get in here with a pliers and hold the shaft. And then we can turn the impeller up here to get it off. Now that we have the impeller out of the way, we can reach in and pull the seal out. It should come out fairly easy. If it's stuck in there, you may have to pull on it with a little bit more to get it out, but it should come straight out. Here's the old impeller and seal kit next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at appliancepartspros.com. In order to put the impeller and seal kit back in, we're going to put it in the exact opposite of taking it out. First, we're going to drop the seal down on the shaft. Make sure it seats all the way down in the housing. And then we can put the impeller in. Now you'll notice that the seal is kind of spring tension, so you're going to have to push down on the impeller while holding the shaft to get it going. And we can put the metal piece back in. Then we can put in the plastic piece above it. It has the 4 lugs that go into the cutouts. Last, we can put the screen back on. Remember, you're turning it counterclockwise to tighten it. And you can take a screwdriver and same way tighten it down a little bit. Get it nice and snug. And then we can put this chopper back on. All it does is screw onto the end of the shaft. And same as when we took it off, we can hold the shaft and give it a little spin to tighten it down. Now that we have the impeller and seal kit reinstalled, we can put the pump and motor back in the dishwasher. To put the pump and motor assembly back in, all we have to do is set it down into place and line these 2 fittings up and push this down into place. Once you have it in place, we can go around and reinstall everything. We can reconnect all the wires. The blue wire harness went to the motor. The clear one went to the drain solenoid. And then we can put the screws back in, put the grounding wire back in. And we can put the support bar back in. You may have to lift up on the motor a little bit to get it to line up so it's in the proper position. Next, we can tighten down the clamps. Now we can reconnect the hoses. If yours had a hose on the bottom, you can take the cap off and replace that. We just had one hose, so we're going to use our pliers and put that back on. Now that you're done repairing the dishwasher, you can flip it back over and we can put it back in the cabinet. First thing we need to do is put the lines back through the cabinet. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway and then go underneath the sink and pull on the hoses to make sure that they're not kinked or caught on anything underneath. We can push the dishwasher back in the rest of the way. Now that we have the dishwasher in the cabinet, we can open up the door and put the screws back in. Now that we have the dishwasher screwed back into the cabinet, we can put back in the lower rack and silverware basket, whatever else you took out, and close the door. We can hook back up the lines. So we're going to hook up the water line and use our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down. Then we can hook up the drain line back up to the air gap. All you have to do is push it on and tighten down the clamp using your 5/16 nut driver or screwdriver. Now that you're done repairing the appliance, you can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and give it a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.